Alright, welcome back. Last time, me and Yugiri fought Xenos, and he beat the crap out of us. But we were rescued by the villagers of Mimai, and now one of those villagers, Issei, wants to talk to us. Hello, Issei. How are you feeling? After fighting that demon, I can only imagine. I suppose I ought to apologize to you for, you know. Anyway, thank you for not giving up on us. The shinobi, too. You're welcome.
How are you feeling, my lady?
Much the better for my comrades' ministrations and your most generous hospitality. You need not worry.
Good. If there is anything else we can do for the two of you, anything at all, just ask.
Stare any harder and you're like to burn a hole in them. Go and say your piece, for goodness sake.
I've got nothing more to say to them. I'm going to find out how the others are getting on.
Gasetsu's sword is bigger than Alizé.
Gosetsu, Mistress Alize, I owe you an apology. I acted with reckless disregard for my own safety, and endangered I know not how many others in so doing. Scorning your wise counsel, I knowingly defied our master's wishes, and left you no choice but to follow suit.
Nonsense. I followed our master's wishes to the letter. Consider once more his words, and the intent therein. In offering his head, he but sought to shield his people from harm, loyal retainers included. You must value your life more highly, Shadow Walker.
On the other hand, your recklessness did serve as an inspiration to many. Mayhap you should not be so hard on yourself. In any event, if you must apologize profusely, it seems only right that you expend as much effort thanking the one person who supported your plan from the first.
That it does. There are no words which will suffice. But thank you.
You're welcome.
And there they are!
12 be praised. When I learned of your rather questionable plot to assassinate Xenos, I feared we would need to recruit a new primal slayer.
I'm sorry we couldn't be there. Alize made me swear to stay behind no matter what. I think she was worried I'd hurl myself at Xenos the moment I set eyes on him.
Well. I mean...
What? You'll forgive me for changing the subject, but now would seem a good time to discuss where we go from here. Though the Empire has yet to retaliate, the fact remains that we have revealed our presence and signaled our intentions in so doing. It is only a matter of time before the Imperials move against us. Given that we lack the strength to oppose them, 'tis plain some manner of brilliant stratagem is required. Therefore, I yield the floor to the preeminent tactician of our time, with whom I was privileged to share a womb.
It's a weird way to put it.
If you insist. While in Kagane, we debated a number of approaches and were eventually forced to concede that we cannot look to the Alliance for aid. Even were it possible to ferry sufficient forces and materiel from Eorzea in a timely manner, such a massive undertaking would not long escape the attention of the Empire. It would be a miracle if our ships reached the shore. Fortunately, according to Tataru and Hancock's intelligence, the Empire has withdrawn most of its forces from Doma in the past year, leaving her relatively unguarded. That being the case, a popular uprising spearheaded by the full might of the Doman Liberation Front may feasibly be sufficient to threaten the seat of provincial government, namely Doma Castle. 'Twould be rather easier said than done, of course, but I have seen worse plans prevail.
Then we must needs meet with Lord Hien and convince him to return, for there is no surer way to inspire our people to rise up as one. He desired proof of his subjects' conviction, and they have provided it, through no lesser deed than openly opposing Xenos himself.
It will work. It has to work. And next time, we will defeat him.
Heck yeah. Or maybe he'll trounce us again. I don't know. Okay, speak with my comrades. I wonder what kind of man Hien is. From what I heard, he's about the same age as me, and then there's Fordola, who isn't a whole lot younger than us both. Like her, he was born and raised in an imperial province. This is all he's ever known. But unlike her, he chose to do something about it. I want to meet him. I want to know why. Maybe if I understand that, it'll help me understand a lot of other things. Kosetsu. Our countrymen's deeds speak for themselves. Lord Hien cannot deny the truth of their hearts. Too long has it been since I looked on his face. It would be of great comfort to see him again, and no small comfort if you were to join us in the search, I should add. I will be traveling to the Azim Steppe, Asuka. I found Lord Hien once before, and I am confident I can do so again. Moreover, it was to me whom he put the question of Doma's resolve. I feel it my duty to deliver to him our people's reply. Makes sense. Can't argue with that logic. Alize? The beloved king returning to urge his countrymen to rise up in rebellion. Not a story you'd ever hear in Charlian or Ul'dah, is it? Not in those words, perhaps, but no land's people is so cynical to be wholly immune to inspiration. Singular individuals have the power to move hearts and minds no matter where they go. Doubtless you speak from personal experience. As much as this Lord Hien intrigues us, Asuka, there are vital tasks to be attended to here. Preparations for the inevitable assault on Doma Castle, for one. There is also the matter of coordinating our efforts with the Confederacy and our comrades in Kagane, dealing with this troublesome Aetheryte. I could go on, but you understand. Yeah. Aye, so it goes. We all have our responsibilities. We shall depart for the Azim Steppe at once. You will be joining us, Asuka? Yes. For our part, we shall do what we can to aid the Doman Liberation Front in your absence. We will refrain from conducting any large-scale operations in your absence, and instead devote our energies to bolstering our ranks and training our new recruits. When you return, we will be ready for war. If anything happens, if you need us to come back sooner, you'd better contact us. Noble sacrifices are a last resort, remember? Follow me, my friends. We have many moments to travel before we reach reunion. Wait, don't leave yet. Here, take these for the road. It's simple fare, but it's the least we can do for you after what you did for us. It may be stupid and naive of me to say this, but I will. When you come back, we'll finish what we started. We'll beat the Imperials and we'll win our freedom. So, don't keep us waiting too long. Meanwhile, in the keep of Doma Castle.
I would expect no less of Bahamut's conqueror. Prepare the airship. His Radiance will not object. We have fulfilled our obligations here. I would see this prize for myself. Do you understand why I appointed you to act in my stead? You, whose only accomplishment was to whisper the right words in the right ear. Because of your petty hatreds. They render you the perfect instrument to bleed your kinsman of hope. To make an example of Doma, such as was ordered. Listen well. If you yield Doma to the rebels, you will not be given another chance to beg forgiveness. Do your duty, now. Or die with the rest of them.
Oof.
Are you all right, my lady? That was uncalled for. Oh!
Oof. Powerful slap.
They say your Eorzean is helping the rebels. I want her dead. I want her friends dead. I want the heads of everyone she knows and loves mounted on the castle walls.
You mean I can finally go after her? I've been waiting for this chance. I promise you, my lady, she won't escape this time. Not this time, oh no.
You know, I never escaped. You ran away. Meanwhile, in the fringes of Girabania.
Aye, this is the place.
That voice sounds familiar.
When his shade was banished, you swore to leave this life behind. And yet here you are. this be the work of the Eyes, what choice do you have but to end it? Or so the boy would say. Damn you, Alphino.
Alright, so that's the end of chapter 1. Since we're going to the Azim Step, we'll do a costume change before starting chapter 2 of Stormblood. Right, where's our next quest? Right here. It's Ugiri. Here there be Xaela. If all are ready, let us depart for a reunion in the Azim Steppe. Our route will be somewhat circuitous. We will need to return to the Ruby Sea and head north along the coast past Asari. Okay. We're just gonna teleport to Onokoro because it's close to Asari. And then fly over there. It's always farther away than I think it is, Onokoro to Asari. For as often as various side quests have sent me back and forth between them. From here we will turn north until we arrive at the cave, through which we must pass in order to reach the Azim Steppe. Lys and Gosetsu have already gone on ahead. We should carry on as well. Okay. We will do that. So, real quick, I can't remember if they touch on it in the actual main story or not, but we're going to the Azim Steppe, which sounds suspiciously like Azema, the member of the 12 who's responsible for the sun, and it just so happens that Azim is a sun god as well, and there's some speculation even within the game, like not just fan speculation, but like characters mention it, that they're inspired by the same sort of, like the same set of legends from possibly earlier. But, you know, they don't really confirm it. Just, you know, they have similar names and they're both sun gods. I wonder if they have a similar origin.
I remember the emptiness, vast and endless. The Azim Steppe, home to countless roaming tribes. A sacred land, watched over by elder gods. Here, we would find Doma's salvation. With the wind at our backs, we walked on, in search of hope, in search of him.
Hi, Udiri. I give you the Azim Steppe, Asuka, though I should say that this is but one small portion of it. Despite the close proximity, Domans rarely venture this far north. Most find these lands and their people strange and foreign. Fortunately, those who frequent Reunion are much more welcoming than most. Come, it is not much further. Seems like a great place for a hippo cart. Welcome to Reunion, my friends. Here is where we will begin our search for Lord Hien. The search for Lord Hien. When last I spoke with Lord Hien, he said he spent much time in these markets. I had hoped we might find him here today, but alas... Hey, Yugiri, I've been meaning to ask. There are an awful lot of Xaela here, aren't there? Oh, I assumed you knew. The Azim Steppe has been home to the nomadic tribes of the Xaela since antiquity. Those are the dark-scaled Aura. More than 50 roam these lands, and though they do not constitute a nation, there is a hierarchy of sorts, determined through ritual combat. Funny. If they're so busy fighting each other, you'd think the Empire would be able to march in and take the steppe with ease. I wonder why they haven't. Why indeed, Lys? Why indeed? Perhaps they see little value in it, especially given the fierce reputation of the Xaela warriors who would fight tooth and nail to oppose them. These lands were not made for men. The soil is thin and the weather unforgiving. The Xaela found ways to survive, it is true, but they are made of sterner stuff than most Imperials, conscript or citizen. Thanks for taking the time to explain. It sounds like I've got a lot to learn. Later, I mean. We're meant to be looking for Hien. People from many tribes gather in Reunion to trade goods and information. I should be surprised if we cannot learn something of value here. Let us make our inquiries separately. Asuka, why don't you speak with some of the merchants here? Okay. I can do that. Starting with Chambui. Booze, fresh booze. Your choice of lamb or zo. Guaranteed to satisfy. How many will you have, miss? Eh? A Doman. Unless another Dazkar is keeping him in her yurt, he is not here. That's her snort. More fool her if she took a Doman for a husband. But enough about Domans. Let us speak of booze instead. You cannot come to the Azim Steppe and not sample this most traditional of delicacies. Yes, we? What fortune you have to come hither at this time. Freshly slaughtered, every cut available on request. Organs too, hearts, livers, brains, or a brace of blood sausages, if you desire only a snack. A doman? Poor meat they make, domans. I jest. I did see a young mole in the company of one some days ago. That's, I guess, something. Biter? Roasted fish with pumpkin, an excellent exotic delicacy cooked to perfection. Beloved without the step. Come on. Or come. I don't know where that on came from. You seek dolmens? Then you are come to the wrong place, my friend. Delicious as my foodstuffs are, they find little favor with those from the south. Now, if it were Goro you were looking for, on the other hand, then I might be able to help you. They flock to my stall. Well, alright then. You there, Goro Horsemaster. I have brought you a new brush, my beloved, so smooth and silky. Your mane shall be the envy of every other man. Say again, you are seeking who? Ah, the Doman. I know of whom you speak. He comes and goes with a mole girl. Though I could not describe her, I only know that she is mole because I heard them talking as they passed. So, in the chat box, we have to say things that contain the word mole to see if people are mole. You there, Narangawa. Say mole? I am Ura, if you must know. Come down from the mountains in the north. If there's nothing else... Well... Okay. Usigan. Oh, I forgot to say... mole. You take me for a mole. I am Oronir. Compare me not with ones who are so weak and lowly. Say... mole. Yes, I am Mole. My name is Serena. May I help you? Yes, you may. Oh, I see. You're looking for Hien. In that case... How urgent this business must be to leave our conversation unfinished. The Kinsai, will you buy it? There's but one bundle left. If not, then... I will! Though I had not thought to pay so high a price. It is a bargain for which you should be grateful. If you lack the coin, then the fault is your own, and you will leave with nothing. Please, I must have the Kinsai. The gods themselves requested it. We are bound to their will. Pay me the difference in Whisper Root. I will sell it to the next apothecary to pass through reunion, and we will each feel fairly treated. But do not tarry. Should another come before you, coin in hand, I would not refuse him. I understand. Thank you for your kindness. I am sorry, but we must speak of Hien later. I cannot leave reunion without that Kinsai. A season of war. You want to help me? Is that it? Yes. I do not know what to say. Thank you, Asuka, thank you. The lumbering ones we must fell wander the plains to the west of Reunion. If we each harvest 2, then we should have enough Whisper Root. Return here when you are finished. Good luck. Alright. Let's go get some Whisper Root. From these tree dudes. Take that, tree dude. Oh, I remember a few episodes ago, I meant to show off the emote for Battle Stance. It's different for every job, but that's the dance move. Welcome back, Asuka. Have you brought the Whisper Root? Yes. Blessed is he who shows kindness to strangers, for with fortune does he ever ride. Will this quantity suffice? It shall. The Kinsai is yours. The gods favor you more than you know, child. Udgard rarely have need of such herbs, and so my stock is limited. Had you come a day earlier or later, I would have none for you. Perhaps the gods guided me here as they guided grandmother, as they guided this woman from the west. Perhaps.
Hey! How goes the search? Any luck?
Yeah?
What fortune to meet a friend of the young master!
Well met, Cyrena. If you have an inkling as to the current whereabouts of Lord Hien, we should be most grateful for your assistance.
Oh, please! It is I who should be grateful.
Hold! What is this? I came first, you second!
I really messed up Serena's voice.
Know you to whom you speak? All people of the steppe should. Or have you fought so much that you have forgotten the face of your superiors? Superiors? I spit on your superiority, little prince! Twisted and mad as sand devils your kind are!
Those two don't seem to like each other very much.
Those boys are of the Oronir and Dothal, the two strongest tribes. The children of Azim are destined to rule, so they declare to all who will listen. Their word is law. For now. Grand, flamboyant fighters, but deadly, very deadly. He prances as a horse, as do his brothers after their many recent victories. The Undying ones too are strong, fearless, and vicious. They often reigned in the past. Now they are sorely tested. Ah, the master of the markets. He is Castir. To fight in reunion is forbidden, and to break the peace is to be banished forever. This he says without words, for words are lies to the Castir. They do not speak.
That's interesting. And all these different tribes share the same lands, do they? No wonder it's tense.
I shall look for you on the field at the Nardum. Mark my words! As shall I. Mayhap I shall take 11 more Dothal heads to make a dozen with yours. I look forward to the day.
The dispute will be settled at the Nardum?
A great battle held on the final day of the Sahan San. During this time, all bonds of hierarchy are broken. All Xaela are equal and free to prepare for the fight. The tribe which triumphs in the Nardum rules until the next Sahan San. Which in these lands is now.
Ah, so that is what they call the custom. I presume your tribe will also be taking part?
Not all seek the Dawn Throne. Some are satisfied with their lot. Others, like the Castir, have reason to remain neutral. Them all are lambs among wolves. Long were we content to remain apart and live quietly, but... Never mind that. You seek Kien, yes? I know where he may be.
Cool. Something tells me we didn't get that history lesson for no reason, though. An impossible dream. Long ago, my grandmother, having received a vision from the gods, bade me go forth into the southern mountains. It was there that I found Hien, near death from many wounds. I brought him to our village, and there we nursed him back to health. Afterwards, he chose to remain, that he might repay us for our kindness. Doman set much store by honor and shame, so at first I did not question it. Excuse me, if I could see your map for a moment. Here, he has grown fond of this place. It affords him a view of the markets and the steppe. I would accompany you, but I must return to our village to prepare my grandmother's meal. Thank you again for your assistance. Our long-awaited reunion is at hand. Come, my friends. Let us go and greet our lord and master. Just walk away in perfect unison. Let's go to this spot. Looks like it's up on the cliff. Oh, he's just conveniently right here.
The Kami are merciful! My lord Hien, I see you are alive and well.
Ah, you are come sooner than expected. So, my blade or my head? Which would you have of me?
The people of Yansha remain loyal to Doma. I have seen the fire in their eyes. They are ready to rise up and fight. The time is ripe, my lord. Return with us, blade in hand, and lead Doma to freedom.
Naught less than liberty will suffice, then. A pity. It will prove far more difficult to deliver than my head. But if my people wish to pursue an impossible dream, then who am I to deny them? You, Giri, Go-Setsu, and,
The scions of the Seventh Dawn, my lord. Good and true friends who opened their hearts and homes to us when we fled to Eorzea. Far across the sea they have journeyed to stand with us in the fight for Doman liberation. To oppose the Empire, as they have in the West, where they are lauded as heroes for their many deeds.
Say no more, Yugiri. Say no more. I observed how you helped Serena, to whom I am deeply indebted. For that and for the aid you provided my people, you have my deepest gratitude. There is no doubting your strength nor your character. It would be my honor to fight by your side. So, what of Doma? Arise, my friends, and tell me of our home.
They presumably have just done that.
I have made my decision. You, Giri, I bid you return to Yansha and take charge of our forces in preparation for my homecoming. As for our esteemed guests, I would ask that you remain here with me. I sense you will be a great help in the coming days.
Your will is my command, my lord, but how much longer do you intend to stay?
Oh, only until I have won the contest? I mean to return at the head of the Xaela army.
You mean to participate in the Narden?
Have you a better idea? Consider how soundly we were defeated before. The Imperials may have since grown weaker, but we are weaker still. It would be folly to challenge them without first supplementing our forces, so yes, I intend to win the Narden and enlist the aid of every able-bodied Xaela I can. Furthermore, by championing the mole in the contest, I can at last repay their kindness. Lest you forget they saved me from certain death, and a man who suffers such debts to go unpaid is without honor and unfit to lead.
Just so, just so. Our lord has spoken, you giddy. But take heart, I shall keep him safe. And should it come to it, bring him back by force.
This is no laughing matter, Gosetsu. But if these are my orders, very well. Once more, I place my faith in you. Pray look after them both.
Don't worry. You just
Looks like it's up to us then.
flew away.
It does seem a bit risky. Isn't Hien meant to be the next king of Doma or something?
So they say, though in truth I am but a pale reflection of my late father. All the more reason to entreat your assistance. For ours is an impossible dream. To set in motion a revolution that will rattle the very firmament and shake off the yoke of the most powerful empire in the world.
Yeah. Oscar Hossenpfeffer, was it? Once again, allow me to thank you for your many deeds in service to Doma. For 25 years did my father rule in name only. My rule, if one could deign to call it that, has been naught in comparison. That changes now. We have a purpose and a plan, and after we take to the battlefield together, we will have victory as well. But you are a practical woman, I can tell. Disinclined to trust in words when actions speak truer. I can relate. Stars in the dark. So, you too have heard of the Nada, the great battle for supremacy of the steppe. I learned of it during my stay with the mole. To my knowledge, no foreigners have ever participated, much less triumphed in a Nada. But, lack of precedent notwithstanding, I should think we would have good standing to bid them march with us to Doma, should we win. Will they even permit us to fight, my lord? We belong to no tribe of the steppe. We are not without options, given what Sirena has told me. You see, in accordance with the god's wishes, the people shall participate in the coming Nada. And when they take the field, I mean for us to fight alongside them as fellow warriors of the mole. But we need not discuss this at length here. Come, let us head north to Mole Ilo, where Sirena and her people have made camp for this season. Okay, let's go to Mole Ilo. I think those are really big fingers, but I'm not 100% sure. My friends, I give you Mole Ilo. The cartoon of the tribe, Temulun, resides in the largest hut. We should go and make our introductions. Let's do that then. You say largest hut, as if there aren't only two. Hello, Temulon. At last, the traveler comes.
Tamarun Hatun, Sirina, I am returned.
Ah, you found each other.
Ours is the soil, Hien. The Domans, and the Eorzeans, too.
You know us?
The gods know you, child. As do the stars in the heavens, which shone bright at your coming.
The mole hearkened to the whispers of the elder gods, which guide us in our daily lives. We know them through the Utun, like my grandmother.
Hatun, I am come to beg a boon of you and yours. That I might liberate my homeland, I seek to rally the strength of the steppe. To that end, I wish to fight in the Nardum, as a warrior of the Maw. Will you grant me this honor?
To stand with the mole is fruitless. Hien, do not do this. The gods may have willed that our tribe join in the Nardum, but there is no path to victory. We are weak and our numbers few. Even with your help, it would be impossible.
I thank you for your concern, Sirina. But it is precisely because of the seeming hopelessness of your cause that we must needs cast our lot with you. Were we to join hands with a more favored tribe, our victory would inevitably be attributed to them, and no one would follow me to Doma.
Yeah, smart.
'Twas the gods' will that we fight. Mayhap this too is their design. Hear me then. As Hatun of the Mall, I invite you all to join with us in the Nardum.
Cool.
Will you look after them?
Come with me, friends. There is much I would show you.
You... wait. I would have words.
Okay.
A singular radiance, shimmering, like a jewel of the Dusk Mother, blinding in its brilliance. Stars flicker and flock to you. Before such gathered light, even the secrets of the gods may be laid bare. Some are fated to rise in grace and glory. Others to falter and fade, though not from memory. Both will be your strength and salvation come the end.
I don't get it.
Cherish the stars and the light they bring you in the dark. For you are a traveler, are you not?
Yes. Where did Sirna go? There you are. Thank you all for coming, and for offering to fight with us in the Nada. Though I fear our chances are grim, I am grateful for your assistance. To be recognized as warriors of the Mole, there is a trial you must overcome. But before we speak of such things, there is another more pressing matter. Oh? The warriors welcome. My friends, I must warn you, the path upon which you embark is fraught with peril. You will journey onto the far reaches of the steppe to confront a terrible foe, as did the warrior Bardam in days of yore. 3 days he battled with the demon ere he returned to his people. So it is written, and so it must be. Many who follow in his footsteps perish, lacking in strength of body and mind. Therefore, we must treat you to a great feast. Okay. Have I said something strange? The hungry fox starves staring at the bull's testicles. Therefore, warriors should be well fed on the eve of battle. That was slightly more strange. She does have a point. You have been keeping busy in my absence. A brief repast may be in order, lest we collapse of fatigue and malnourishment in the midst of our trial. Yes, just so. However, it will take time to prepare. Is there anything we can do to help? It might also give us a chance to learn more about your people and their ways. Well, if you insist, I am sure the others would be glad of your assistance. Would you go and speak to Dorbe, Lise? Yes, she will. As for you three, you can help me with another task. For today's feast, the gods decreed that we lure Gulo Gulo to slaughter with entrails. Perhaps you could be the ones to do this? That your people look to the gods for guidance, I understand. But in your daily meals, I say your grandmother must be quite busy. Some days more than others. But every night we come together around the fire. Even babes must earn their keep on the steppe. Give over the entrails, Cyrena. We will bring you a bounty of meat. Just has entrails in her pocket, like that's a normal thing. Then again, I walk around with bodies in my pocket. Where are you, kid? A word of advice. Our quarry is wont to avoid the Xaela and their settlements, but is fond of flowing waters. A thought occurs to me. How about we make a game of it, Asuka? I have 6 bags of entrails, with which we may lure our Gulo Gulo. 3 for you and 3 for me. Whoever returns with the greater portion should be declared the winner. What say you? Yeah. Then it is settled. Gosetsu will stand as witness. Let the game begin. Hey, get back here. Now we gotta find 3 Gulo Gulos. Is there a Gulo Gulo in here? No. What is large turtles? I think it did give me a hint that Gulo Gulos might not be there, and I should have paid attention to that hint. Perhaps there are Gulo Gulos. There's one. And a Mata Mata. Will there be Gulo Gulos here? We'll find out. Oh, a couple of them. Okay. Back to Gosetsu. See who won the Gulo Gulo hunting game. Oh, have you used all your bait? In that case, let us see the fruits of your labor. Oh, it would seem that, at the very least, you are the faster hunter. But speed is not everything. For my part, I slew 6 Gulo Gulo. Oh, I only got 3. Aye, that you have, my lord. As for Asuka, this day you are twice the hunter as she, for our friend delivered unto me but 3 portions, half your sum, my lord. Oh-ho, and there you have it. I shall try not to let it go to my head. I know better than to expect the hawk to show her talents on a whim. Nay, when the time comes, I expect you will prove yourself more than my match. Yes. And with that, our game is concluded. Let us return to Mole Illo forthwith, and let us have Asuka present our meat to Cyrano. Okay. Mayhap you are unfamiliar with traditional Xaela cuisine. Let not its appearance deceive you. It's quite hearty and nourishing. Were it not so, I doubt they could have nursed me back to health. You should have seen the state I was in. Hello, Cyrano. You are returned, Asuka. How was your hunt? Here is some Gulo Gulo. My word, this is impressive. Or were you so hungry that you felt the need to kill so many? Well, I shall endeavor not to disappoint you, all with my cooking. The Heart of Nations. It will be a little while before the meat is ready. If you and Lise wish to fill the time, perhaps you could assist Dorbe? He has many responsibilities and would welcome your help. Nor would you regret making his acquaintance, for he is liked and respected by all. You may find him by the other yurt, taking stock of our supplies. Okay. Hello, Dorbe. Ah, one of the newcomers. Welcome. I spoke with Lise. I bade her help the children gather fuel for the cook fires. I trust it will be a good experience for all. For you too, perhaps. Seek them to the south, across the bridge. Alright. This dog takes up the whole screen. Hi, Lise. Oh, Asuka! Are you here to help too? Yep. Great! So I suppose Dorbe told you that the children and I are gathering fuel for the fires, did he? It'll need to be dried before they can burn it, of course. You do understand what we're here for, right? Only, some people can be a bit squeamish about this sort of stuff. Then again, you've never minded getting your hands dirty, have you? Anyway, we're trying to get 4 piles each. Good luck, and keep an eye on the children while you're at it, eh? Oh, we're not gathering wood, are we? There's some. auburn tuft. Gather dung. Yep, we're gathering poop. You're just sitting there, shirking your poop gathering duties. I see how it is. There's some. At least you're looking. That's a rock, not poop. Okay, we need one more pile of poop. Is it down here? No. Where is the poop? Fly the outside of the circle. Huh. Ah, there it is. All right. Well, have you found your share yet? Yes. Good work. I hope you took the time to talk to the children out while you were at it. Lise, look how much dung we have. Wow, I'm impressed. I thought we'd gathered a lot, but it looks like we'll have to admit defeat. Dorbe will be happy we found enough. Not just Dorbe, now we can continue making cheese. Not that I was worried. It was easier when we were living near the forest, but dung works just as well as wood. I heard the mole came from moved from place to place. Did the gods tell you where to go? It must be hard on you all. Hard? I do not understand. Why is it hard? It is better for the animals to move, to have more food to eat and land to roam. To stay in one place is harder, no? From the heavens come the rain, which nourishes the soil. From the soil comes the grass, which nourishes the beast. From the beast comes the flesh, which nourishes the Xaela. Ours is the soil of one and all. But you Westerners are like the Domans. You live in the same place, in villages, and all the villages in one place are part of a nation, yes? Hien talks about nations sometimes. When he was injured, he spoke of Doma in his sleep, but I did not understand his words. Whenever I ask him about Doma, he just smiles and looks to the south. It reminds me of my mother when she waits for my father to return from a long journey. But Hien will not wait any longer, will he? Because you came for him, to take him back, because his nation is more important. I'm not sure how to answer this. A nation is a place, I suppose. A place and the people in it. And maybe the things, too. But more than that, it's the history, the traditions, the words, the stories we tell ourselves and our children. Everything that came before and everything that comes after. The place we were born is part of who we are. We carry it with us no matter where we go. Whoever, whatever we become, that part remains. That link to our fathers and their fathers before them. It's not important to everyone, I suppose, and that's fine, but it's important to Hien and to me. Some call them all fools for listening to the elder gods, but it is our way, our pride, our nation? Something like that. It's something precious that you and others share, and that no one can ever take from you. But we can talk more about it later. It's time to go home. Dorbe is waiting. I'll stay with the children. Why not go and let Serena know how we got on? Okay. Let's see. But before we go talk to Serena, that's where we'll call this episode. Right here in the middle of a field, and we'll go talk to Serena next time.